Louis Odumegwu Ojukwu was an extremely wealthy man. He was the first Nigerian millionaire from the eastern region of Nigeria. He's also the father of Chukwuemeka Ojukwu, the famous Biafran leader. Back in the 1950s and the 1960s, Louis Ojukwu was considered one of the richest men in Africa. He made his wealth from transport, real estate, and trading. He owned the Ojukwu Transport Limited. At the time, that was the biggest transport company in Nigeria with fleets of trucks, taxis, and buses all across Nigeria. He was also the very first Nigerian to own a Rolls Royce. He bought it all the way from abroad and shipped it down to Nigeria. In fact, when the Queen of England visited Nigeria back in the 1950s, the government of Nigeria borrowed Ojukwu's Rolls Royce to give to the Queen to ride around in Nigeria. See that type of flex, make government borrow car from you. This in a play. Unfortunately, the Ojukwu's wealth only lasted during the first generation. Right now, the Ojukwu family, they are not poor, but they've lost majority of their wealth. And that is mainly because of the Civil War. During the Civil War, many Igbo businessmen lost their business, lost their properties, and the Ojukwu family was no exception. They lost a lot of their property. Some of them were confiscated. Some of them, they had to abandon it because of the war. And after the war, Chukwuemeka Ojukwu did not eventually build his father's wealth back to his former glory. So the family remains, nobody really they hear of them. The little inheritance that was left by the grandfather, the children, they see they fight over am till now. Louis Ojukwu and Dan Tata, the uncle of Dangote, they were both the patriarchs of their both families. But you see that the Dangote family is still wealthy. In fact, Dangote now is the richest black man on earth. But the Ojukwu family, because of the path that Ojukwu himself chose, that is why the family is not. In Igbo land, the Ojukwu family is still very well respected, but in Nigeria, not so much. Dan Tata, Dangote's uncle, was one of the richest men from the north, while Louis Ojukwu, was one of the richest or the richest man from eastern Nigeria. But today, yeah. So anyway, I thought this was interesting. Share this to your Igbo friends and see you guys in my next video. Bye.